Dear students, welcome to WAPC once again. Here we are going to start a new session. Shall we move to the questions? In the female reproductive system, a tiny finger-like structure which lies at the upper junction of the two labio-minora above the urethral opening is called. Option A, clitoris. Option B, hymen. Option C, vagina. Option D, mons pubis. Please read the questions once again. In the female reproductive system, a tiny finger-like structure which lies at the upper junction of two labio-minora above the urethral opening, that is clitoris. So that the correct option is A. Move to next question. Consider the following statement with reference to female reproductive system. We have two statements. Statement number 1. The presence or absence of hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity of sexual experience. You people know that what is hymen. The presence or absence of hymen is not a reliable indicator. What is hymen? Hymen is a thin membrane which is present inside the, which is present below the labio-minora. During the time of first sexual intercourse, it will break. During the time of when the girl is riding a bicycle or participating in sports event, so many chances are there. So hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity. Statement number 2. The sex of the fetus is determined by father and not by the mother. The sex of the newborn baby is decided by father because due to male heterogamety or male homogamety. In male, gametes are hetero. One is gametes having chromosomes are hetero. One is X and another one is Y. So the sex of the newborn baby, is decided by father itself. What will be the answer? Answer both statement number 1 and 2 is correct. Move to next question. The male accessory duct include rete testis, vas efferentia, seminal vesicle and vas deferens. Option B, rete testis, vas efferentia, epididymis and seminal vesicle. Option C, rete testis, vas efferentia, epididymis and vas deferens. Option D, rete testis, urethra, epididymis, vas deferens. My dear students, which one is the correct answer? Rete testis, vas efferentia, female sex accessory duct. What is the function of accessory duct? Carrying sperm towards the site of, towards urethra. Urethra is the common passage of both sperm and urine. So, rete testis carrying sperm from the seminiferous tubule towards epididymis. From the epididymis, vas efferentia, vas deferens, and vas deferens is united with the urethra. In connection with that, seminal vesicle and prostate gland is add their secretion towards the sperm. So here one of the order is not correct. Rete testis, vas efferentia, epididymis and seminal vesicle. Option C is the correct answer. Retatestis, vas efferentia, epididymics and vas deferens. Option C is the correct answer. When we are going through the options, we will be confused. So, could you please concentrate option number C. Retatestis, vas efferentia, epididymics and vas deferens are the male accessory duct which is carrying sperm towards the site of urethra. Move to next question. It is the match the following questions. With reference to human sperm, match the list 1 with list 2. So could you please concentrate on list 1. Option 1 head. Option 2 acrosome. Option 3 middle piece. Option 4 tail. My dear students, please go through list 2. P filled with enzyme. Q contain mitochondria. R sperm motility and S contain haploid nucleus. What about list number 1? Option 1 head. Head region contain 2 part. Acrosome is filled with enzyme sperm lysine and head is also having haploid nucleus. So, acrosome, what is acrosome? Acrosome filled with enzyme. Acrosome filled with enzyme. So, head contain haploid nucleus. Acrosome is filled with enzyme. Middle piece contain mitochondria and tail is associated with sperm motility. Give me, my dear students, head is contain haploid nucleus. Acrosome is filled with enzyme called sperm lysine. Middle piece contain mitochondria and tail is associated with sperm motility. Move to next question. Which of the following is abbreviated as SIFT? Option A. Zygote intrafallopian tube. Option B. Zygote intrafallopian tube transfer. Option C. Zygote interfallopian tube. Option D. Zygote interfallopian tube transfer. My dear students, option B is the correct answer. Zygote intrafallopian tube transfer. Why it is called zygote intrafallopian tube transfer? Zygote is artificially introduced into the fallopian tube of the female, those who are not able to conceive. Is it clear? Zygote is artificially introduced inside the fallopian tube of a female, if she is not able to conceive. Get me? So, move to next question. MTP are considered relatively safe during. What is MTP? Medical termination of pregnancy. Medical termination of pregnancy. It is otherwise called abortion. Option A, 180 days of pregnancy. Option B, second trimester. Option C, first trimester. Option D, 24 week of pregnancy. My dear students, MTP are considered safe during first trimester means what is first trimester? First 3 months. Second trimester? Second 6 months. So, MTP are considered relatively safe during first trimester. First trimester means 1, 2, 3. First 3 months. Get me? First trimester. So, option C is the correct answer. Move to next question. Which of the following statement is correct? Which of the following statement is correct? Sickle cell anemia is a quantitative problem. Quantitative. How much it is? What is sickle cell anemia? You know that it is connected with genetics. Thalassemia is a qualitative problem. Female carrier, option C, female carrier for hemophilia may be transmit the disease to son. Option D, change in old set of chromosome is called aneuploidy. So which of the following statement is correct? Sickle cell anemia is a quantitative problem. Thalassemia is a qualitative problem. Female carrier for hemophilia may be transmit the disease to son. Change in old set of chromosome is called aneuploidy. You know, in connection, hemophilia is a royal disease because it is first detected in British family. So this particular disease is transferred from female carrier. If mother is a carrier, from her to her son. So that option C is the correct answer. Female carrier for hemophilia may transmit the disease to son. Move to next question. Lac-Operon model was elucidated by. Lac-Operon model was elucidated by Hershey and Chase. Option A, Hershey and Chase. Option B, Watson and Crick. Option C, Jacob and Crick. And option D, Francis Jacob and Jacob Monod. Which one is the correct answer? Simple question. Option D, Francis Jacob and Jacques Monod. Move to next question. In male, heterogametic type of sex determination. In male, heterogametic type of sex determination. Male parent, option A, male parent produce dissimilar gamete. Option B, male parent produce similar gametes. Option C, male does not produce gamete. Option D, male partner produce dissimilar gamete. My dear students, could you please concentrate? Answer is A. Male parent produce dissimilar gametes. One is called X and another one is called Y. I already explained it in connection with that first session. So that male parent produce dissimilar type of gamete. One gamete is having X chromosome and another gamete is having Y chromosome. Move to next question. Identify the symptoms of pneumonia. Option A, constipation, abdominal pain, cramps, blood clot. Option B, difficulty in breathing, fever, chill, cough, headache. Option C, high fever, weakness, stomach pain, loss of appetite. Option D, nasal congestion and discharge, cough, sore throat and headache. Which one is the correct answer? Option B is the correct answer. Difficulty in breathing, pneumonia, it is a respiratory disorder. Difficulty in breathing, fever, chills, cough, headache are the major symptoms of pneumonia. Move to next question. Roquefort cheese is ripened by virus, bacterium, yeast, fungus. We were already discussed this question in the first section. What is Roquefort cheese? Roquefort cheese is ripened by a fungus called Penicillium roqueforti. So that answer is D. Virus, bacterium, yeast and fungi. Virus, bacterium, yeast and fungi. Out of this, option D is the correct answer. Fungus, what is the name of fungus? Penicillium roqueforti. So, move to next question. The toxic substance hemozoin is responsible for high fever and chill is released in which of the following disease? Hemozoin is the term. It is a poisonous substance which is released during the breaking of RBC, rupturing of RBC during malaria. So, malaria, dengue, typhoid, pneumonia. Out of this option, which one is the correct answer? Malaria is the correct answer. The toxic substance hemozoin responsible for high fever and chill is released in which of the following disease? No doubt, malaria is the correct answer. Malarial parasite, when it is enter inside the RBC, it will rupture the RBC. When RBC is rupturing, a toxic substance will be released into the blood. The name of that toxic substance is called hemozoin. Is it clear? Move to next question. Choose the incorrect statement with reference to kangaroo rat. Choose the incorrect statement with reference to kangaroo rat. Option A. Use of minimal water to remove excretory product. Use of minimal water to remove excretory product. Found in North American desert. Eliminate dilute urine. Meet its water requirement through internal fat oxidation. Find out the incorrect statement. No doubt, kangaroo rat is always excreting concentrated urine. Here it is given dilute urine. Option A is connected with kangaroo rat because it is living in desert. Desert having the availability of water will be very less. So use of minimal water to remove excretory product are the right statement. It's found in North American desert, right statement. Meet its water requirement through with internal fat oxidation. That is also internal fat oxidation. Via that process, they consume water, and kangaroo rat is always producing concentrated urine. Here it is given dilute urine. So that correct option is C. Move to next question. Generally, bears avoid winter by undergoing. Option A, estivation. Estivation is summer sleep. Here it is given winter. And diapause. Diapause means a short span of time the animal will be inactive. Migration. Animal will move from one place to another place. D, hibernation. What is hibernation? Winter sleep. Here it is, question is given like that. Generally, bear avoid winter by undergoing hibernation. Question. Observe the following simplified scheme and choose the correct option that matches with the letters given in the boxes. This question came from Animal Kingdom chapter. There is a schematic representation of vertebrata. Subphylum vertebrata. Subphylum vertebrata is divided into two divisions. First one is division Echnata. Second one is division Gnathostomata. What does it mean, Echnata? Echnata means the vertebrates, those who devoid jaw, jawless vertebrate. Jawless vertebrate belongs to Echnata. They lack jaw. And the vertebrates which possess jaw, that comes under Gnathostomata. So here in this schematic representation, the letter P, Echnata, letter Q, Gnathostomata. Gnathostomata, they possess jaw. Gnathostomata is again subdivided into two, that is superclass Pisces and superclass Tetrapoda. In the case of superclass Pisces, the locomotory organ is fins, and in the case of superclass tetrapoda, the locomotory organ is limb. So that which one will be the correct answer? P is egnatha, Q is gnathostomata, and R is superclass pisces, and S is superclass tetrapoda. So could you please go through the option? Option A, P tetrapoda, Q pisces, R gnathostomata, S egnatha. That is wrong. Option B, P egnatha, Q gnathostomata, R tetrapoda, and S pisces. That is also wrong. When we came to option C, P egnatha, Q gnathostomata, R pisces, and S tetrapoda. P egnatha, Q gnathostomata, R pisces, and S tetrapoda. No doubt, option C is the correct answer. And option D, you people know that is wrong. P gnathostomata, Q egnatha, R tetrapoda, and S pisces. Is it clear? So that the correct option is option C. So move to next question. Match the digestive gland given in column 1 with their respective enzyme given in column 2 and choose the combination from the given option. My dear students, column 1 having some digestive glands. Option, please go through the options. Pancreas, gastric gland, small intestine, salivary gland. You know, there are some mistakes is given in it. Pancreas is a digestive gland. Gastric gland is also a digestive gland. Small intestine having digestive glands. Intestinal gland, and salivary gland. So pancreas is associated with trypsin. Gastric gland is associated with taline. Taline is otherwise known as salivary amylase. Small intestine is associated with small intestine is associated with enzyme enterokinase, and salivary gland is associated with taline again. Get me? So pancreas is associated with which one? Sorry, pancreas is associated with trypsin. Gastric gland is associated with pepsin. Small intestine is associated with the enterokinase, and salivary gland is associated with the taline. Is it clear? Then move to next question. A girl after attaining sexual maturity shows development of growing ovarian follicle. A girl after attaining sexual maturity shows development of growing ovarian follicle. Development of mammary gland and high pitched voice. These are the changes attributed to dash hormone: progesterone, androgen, melatonin, estrogen. What is female sex hormone? Female sex hormone is called estrogen, which helps in the development of secondary sexual character in female. Development of secondary sexual character, high pitched voice, and beginning of menstruation, etc., and development of mammary gland, etc., will be under the influence of hormone estrogen. Estrogen is a female sex hormone. Okay, we are going to the next question. Match the different type of leukocyte, column 1 with their percentage of occurrence, column 2 in a healthy adult human, and choose the correct answer. You know that questions from body fluids and circulation. Formed elements can be categorized into how many types? 3 types. What are they? First one is erythrocyte, second one is leukocyte, and third one is platelet. My dear students, neutrophil, monocyte, basophil, eosinophil. They are comes under WBC, monocyte and lymphocyte. Neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, monocyte, lymphocyte will be discussed under white blood corpuscles. In our textbooks, their percentage is clearly given. My dear students, neutrophil, I told you 60 to 65%. In connection with that first session, we were already discussed that. Neutrophil is associated with 60 to 65%. It is the most abundant type. Then monocyte is 20 to 25%. Then basophil is 0.5 to 1%. Eosinophil 6 to 8%. Neutrophil 60 to 65%. Monocyte 2 to 3%. And basophil 0.5 to 1%. Eosinophil 6 to 8%. Move to next question. In which part of the human brain corpora quadrigemina is located? My dear students, corpora quadrigemina is nothing but it is a 4 round swelling present at the midbrain. It is a 4 round swelling present at the midbrain part. Brain is clearly divided into 3 parts: forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Corpora quadrigemina is a 4 round swelling which is present in the midbrain part. So, option A midbrain, option B cerebral hemisphere, option C forebrain, option D hindbrain. The correct answer is midbrain. Move to next question. Match the month listed in column 1 with organogenesis. What is organogenesis? Formation of organ of fetus during gestation period or during the time of gestation period, carrying period, pregnancy. Get me? So column 1, first month what will develop? Heart will develop. Get me? Then second month, limbs and digit develop. Then fifth month, hairs on head. And sixth month, separation of eyelids. My dear students, column 1 is matched with column 2 in connection with organogenesis process during the time of gestation or during the time of pregnancy. First month, heart is developed. Second month, limbs and digit develop. Fifth month, hairs on head. And sixth month, separation of eyelids. Move to next question. When the fallopian tube is blocked at the ambulatory region, the ovum is failed to move from option A, isthmus to uterus, infundibulum to isthmus, isthmus to infundibulum, ovary to ampulla. These are the part of fallopian tube. The funnel-like region is cold. Infundibulum having finger-like structures hold, fimbriae. Here which region is blocked? Ampullary region is blocked. If ampullary region is blocked, what will happen? Infundibulum isthmus connection will be blocked. In that particular region, ovum is blocked. Move to next question. Identify the cell represented as P, Q, R and S. In the schematic representation of oogenesis. What is oogenesis? Oogenesis means it is the formation of ovum or egg, which comes under the process spermatogenesis, which comes under the process gametogenesis. What is spermatogenesis? Formation of sperm is called as spermatogenesis. Formation of ovum is called oogenesis. Shown below and choose the correct option. What is P? P is oogonium. Female germ mother cell is called oogonium, which undergoes the process of first mitotic division, which leads to the formation of primary oogonia, which is divided into primary oocyte, secondary oocyte, after that egg or oocyte. Get me, my dear students? So, oogonia, primary oocyte, secondary oocyte and ovum. So that the correct option will be B. Move to next question. Which of the following contraceptive should be effective in avoiding pregnancy if used within 72 hours after casual unprotected intercourse? Which of the following contraceptive method is clearly given in our syllabus, could be effective in avoiding pregnancy if unused within 72 hours after casual unprotected intercourse? Option A, relaxin auxin combination, pills type. Progesterone estrogen combination, androgen FSH combination, testosterone relaxin combination. 72 hours means by consuming pill having hormonal combination. Option B is the correct answer. Progesterone estrogen combination, which will be used within 72 hours after sexual intercourse, casual sexual unprotected intercourse. So that option B is the correct answer. Shall we go to the next question? Choose the correct statement regarding gift. What is gift? Gamete intra-fallopian tube transfer. Gamete intra-fallopian tube transfer. I think we were already discussed the same in connection with that first session. Gamete, sometimes it is ovum, sometimes it is sperm. Gamete intra-fallopian tube transfer. Gamete intra, which one? Fallopian tube, gamete will be transferred towards the fallopian tube, towards the inner region of fallopian tube. Gamete intra-fallopian tube transfer. Zygote is collected from female donor and transferred to the uterus of the recipient. Zygote is not a gamete. What is zygote? Zygote means when sperm is fused with ovum, zygote will be formed. Then ova is collected from female donor and are transferred to the uterus of the recipient. Ova is collected from the female donor and is transferred to the fallopian tube, facilitates zygote formation. So option C is the correct answer. Zygote is collected from female donor and transferred to the fallopian tube of the recipient. Option A, zygote is not a gamete. Option D, zygote is not a gamete. Gamete means fusion of male and female gamete leads to the formation of zygote. Ova is collected from female donor. It is collected to the uterus. Uterus is the part of female reproductive system. Gamete is collected from the male donor and it is transferred towards the fallopian tube of female recipient. So, ova is collected from female donor and are transferred to the fallopian tube of the facilitate zygote formation in the recipient. In both concepts that is same. Am I right? Here it is mentioned gamete only. Gamete. Sometimes it is ovum or sometimes it is sperm.